So this is a video that is going to just walk you through the Steinbeck reading journal template. I have had one student ask me about how to complete this. I figure there's at least 10 more students who have the same question and aren't asking. And since you'll be using this for 3 different sessions in the Unit 3 Steinbeck unit, I figured I'll just make this video to walk you through how to complete it. And I want to just quickly remind you that the point of doing this is to improve your reading comprehension by applying some strategies. And these are the 6 strategies that are kind of the focus of that reading journal template that you're completing. Asking questions, making connections, predicting what's going to happen in the text, inferencing. We did some of this in Unit 1 with Raisin in the Sun, taking what's in the text and coming up with new information, and summarizing information and evaluating. So these are the 6 different activities, mental activities you're doing as you complete this form. So you'll start on this first part, and this is the questioning strategy. It's also the summarizing the strategy. When you've read your first quarter of the book, you're going to write 3 questions, not yes or no questions, not short answer questions, but 3 questions that you would be able to answer if you had read that quarter of the novel that you read. So they're kind of review questions. You could think of this as quiz questions for yourself. If you can ask the questions and answer them over the text that you read, then you probably have got a pretty good handle on what happened in it. So think of this as making a quiz for yourself over the section you've read. This section of vocabulary hopefully is fairly straightforward. You're going to choose 2 words that are unfamiliar to you, words that you don't know. Provide a dictionary definition. You can get that on an online dictionary, and then just put that in your own words here. Different parts of speech. This would be like if you had the word analyze, you'd know that the noun is analysis, or analytical would be the adjective. They're different forms of the same concept. And the last thing is to make a picture or an image. And just to do that for 2 different words that you find in the text. This picture or image, just to clarify that, is an image or picture that will help you to remember the definition of this word. And then the last part of it is this chart with before, during, and after reading. And these are questions or stems that you can respond to. So before I read, I'm going to write down 5 different ideas. What do I anticipate will happen next? What questions do you have that you'd like to have answered in this section? And that's where you could get more than the 3 questions prompts here. You could have multiple questions you'd like to have answered. And what's your purpose for reading? So you would write down your purpose for reading here. And it might be a couple different purposes, and those could be questions you'd like to have answered. What is Kino going to do with the pearl? Or what do you think is going to happen after George and Linny arrive at Curly's farm? So those are the types of things you do before reading. During reading, you are going to finish 5 of these sentence starters. I wonder why this character is doing this. Why is Tom Joad finally joining up with his family? I wonder why the family has left. This is similar to that's your making connections piece. What does this remind you of? This is important because that's your evaluating piece. And you're going to just finish the sentence with something from the book while you are reading the book itself. So you'll keep this handy during that time. And then when you're finished, you'll take again 5 of these and finish the stems that start here. 3 important points or ideas are, these are important because why? What comes next? A little bit of predicting again. The author wants us to think. As you're reading your book, what do you think the author, Steinbeck, is leading you to think about your text? I still don't understand. That's clarification for you. What's something that's going on in the book you don't understand? And when I read that, then I'll be able to give you feedback on that as well. What interested me most was, this is relating it to your life, there's a connection piece. And the author's purpose here is what is the author trying to show you in this? And that actually links back a little bit to purpose for your reading and what the author wants you to see. So hopefully this is giving you a little bit more context on what you're supposed to do. Again, just 5 different thoughts on each of these, unless I've given you some other modification for that section. So be in touch if you're still wanting to know what you're doing is correct. But hopefully this will get you through those journals and you're enjoying your books. Thanks a bunch.